the picture you threw in your book's kind of a pimp photograph.
Many happy people too. Teen Mania continued, and let's hold hands because we're about to agree with Ben Affleck.
Purity culture was really big. And at the Honor Academy, we subscribe to a strict version of Joshua Harris's book, I Kiss Dating Goodbye.
One of the biggest endorsements against this book is the fact that the author, Joshua Harris, is in this documentary saying, I am so sorry. That was pretty ridiculous. But the point is, if you're trying to sell this to these young people, and if you don't know what that culture is, basically you get a ring, you're not going to do the things, you're not going to kiss, you're not going to do anything until you're married. But this process is going to heavily involve your father. Of course, this was done in Teen Mania in a group session, but you also have to remember there's this guy at the top. And those dynamics have been used time and time again to perpetrate further improprieties against these young women. And people always want to argue with me about that. Just read my comment section one time without arguing with people's life experiences. It will be life-changing, I promise you. I'm going to bring in a pitch hitter, Gil Bates, not Bill Gates, Gil Bates, who did the whole ring exchange, because you get a ring that promises you're not going to do this, blah, 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 that really hits. Well, you decide.
Sometimes question, well, I wonder what is purity really the important thing? And being pure till you're married, staying, saving yourself just for your husband alone. That's God's design. One woman, one man for life.
I will guard your innocence. All I ask in recompense is that you know the truth inside your father's heart.
People always say, the Bates, the good Duggars. Absolutely not. You need to go dig through Tithing to TLC, or just go ahead and Google Gil Bates Patriot Room and look at who's on the walls and what kind of flags they might have. And yeah, but that'll give you an idea of what it is. Now we get to Joshua Harris. So he's this young guy that all the girls have a crush on. That's part of the psychological situation also, because it creates this level of confusion from the get, right? But what Ben Affleck is talking about, they made an appearance on Bill Maher, is this cover. It's a little...
It's not just about saving. And the point is that a lot of us get into I did this. I mean, I'm writing the book from the mistakes that I've made in the past, that we get emotionally involved, we lead someone on, and then we break it off. And we get into a pattern in our lives of doing that for the rest of our lives. And
Wait a minute, but look, Bill, I mean, you kind of say that, and yet the picture you threw in your book's kind of a pimp photograph. It's a little...
That's true, and you've got these people telling these kids, well, I did all this stuff, and look at me, I'm famous. I'm the poster boy for this place. So did it really turn out that bad? I mean, literally, if we just connected the critical thinking from here to here. Another important thing about this, because these groups are largely connected or going from the same source material. So you'll hear very familiar things in this, like accountability buddies, if you remember back to like the Duggars and these mega families where obviously two adults cannot raise 17 children. And so you have the kids raising the kids, and they have their buddies or their accountability partners or whatever who they're supposed to keep track of. And this is the same idea. They're just keeping track of whether you're out having...
Believed in it 100%.
in the past, I have kissed many different girls. And you know the reason that I so regret that today is because in each of those relationships, I was kissing someone else's future wife.
Now, see, it just reeks of control, possession, insecurity, largely also because, like, for me personally, if my future wife is out there, which I will never get married again, so don't get excited, but I would like it if they have had some experience, because I'm not trying to go in there with someone who is scared, who doesn't know what they're doing, because like I'm 40 years old and I'm training, but that is something that they do enjoy, because you've also got to remember on the other end of this, you've got these people who are told this, it's evil, it's bad, don't do it, and then one night they are supposed to drop all of that and be okay with it. Read Dr. Ed Wheat's book that was given to Josh Duggar on his wedding day, and oftentimes it is not a good situation. Think about it. You've been told your whole life something is bad, and even though now, yeah, it's been told that it was good, all of that control and all of that pressure doesn't just fly out the window out of nowhere. Anywho, on that note, that's where I leave you today, and I will see you tomorrow or the next day, depending on where we're at with everything life stuff. You know what I mean? Life stuff. But I hope you guys have a good day, and I hope everything is going good on your end, and I didn't scar you for life just now. Have a good day.